All right, guys, welcome. So we're going to jump into another lesson here. This is FreeCodeCamp, the responsive web design course, and then the basic CSS section. And the lesson we're doing is size your images. All right, so we are going to break this up into three parts. Sorry, my brain just blinked for a half a second there. Break this up into three parts. We're going to just do the overview, make sure we understand the problem. Then we're going to dive into the solution. And then if anything interesting comes up, we'll have bonus content at the end. All right, so let's get started. We're going to read through this and possibly comment as we go along. Size your images. It's a big topic. CSS has a property called width. That controls an element's width. Remember, elements are all these things that have a beginning, an opening tag, and a closing tag. That one's kind of hard to see. Here's an easier example. An opening tag and a closing tag. This constitutes an element. So you can control the width using a CSS property called width. We will use pixels to specify the image's width. For example, if we wanted to create a CSS class called larger image that gave HTML elements a width of 500 pixels, we'd use larger image, width is 500 pixels. That's how we'd write the class. Create a class called smaller image, and it will use it to resize the image so that it's only 100 pixels wide. Oh yeah, as an instructor, I am grateful that this is the task because this cat photo is too big for my screen setup. All right, so one more time, we're going to create a class. This is a class. We're going to call it smaller image and use it to resize the image so that it's only 100 pixels wide. All right, so there's a bit that's in here that they're not telling us. They're not saying step by step what we're going to do. They're just giving us a general overview, slowly taking the training wheels off. All right, so excuse the background noise. So now that we know what we're doing, let's dive into the solution. All right, so we're going to create a class. We know how to do that, right? So classes, they start with a dot or a period. Smaller image. Then after that, we have these brackets. And inside the brackets is the content of that class. And so we're going to say width. We're going to say 100 pixels wide. We're saying you are 100 pixels wide. Okay. And so if we notice the image is not resizing, because there's another step. So let's think about this for a minute. We created a new class for this image, but the image isn't changing. Why might that be? Well, let's look at the image in the HTML. We're gonna have to find it somewhere. Where is this cat image? Here it is. It's inside. This is the image right here. It's inside this A tag. It's nested inside there. This is the image, and the source is that's the image URL. All right, so this image, unlike the H2 element, it doesn't have a class. So let's give it one. All right, and so we're just going to mimic what we see right here. I'm going to say class equals, what do we call it again? Smaller image. Okay. Oh, wow. Did you see that just change up there? I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And you know what? I'm actually going to change how this is formatted so it's easier to see. Okay. So inside the A, we have our image. And the image has all of these different properties. Well, I'm not changing the code right now. I'm just changing where things land on the page or aesthetically, visually speaking. Okay, so we have our image tag, got our class, our source, and our alternate text in case the image doesn't load. In case, yeah. All right, so I think we have the solution. Let's run the tests. Ta-da. Okay, that's success. Awesome. All right, so we went through all of that. Today I don't really have any bonus content. This is kind of straightforward. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'm gonna try to go through all of these. So I know no one watches my channel right now, maybe never, but the goal is to complete the FreeCodeCamp responsive web design curriculum. So if anyone's searching it and they're stuck on a problem, they can find this video